Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You are all here today for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you rested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of release that will be imposed upon you. You are entitled to have a lawyer represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office for you this morning. You are also entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your lawyer know where you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to make that phone call, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Put your hands down as I call your name. Please come forward. Vanessa Coronado. Hi, can I have your date of birth?
1/22/88. 1/22/88.
I got you. Okay, you are here today for first is a battery charge. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes.
Okay, I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office for you. State? Hold on 1 second. I'm just checking with the State Attorney's Office. I know you have a violation of probation. I'm just wondering about this battery charge.
She also has an adjudication for DUI in May of this year.
Okay.
She
Yeah,
has
that's the one
several,
she's on probation for.
several driving on suspended license, attempted bribery in 2019.
Have you heard from the victim at all in this?
No.
Okay. All right, I also have a violation of probation for you out of Polk County. There's probable cause for your arrest for that. There's going to be no bond placed on that until you get to Polk County and figure that out, okay? So when you get to Polk County, you can ask them for a lawyer and ask them for a court date and also ask for a bond. With regard to this battery case, I'll go ahead and set the bond at $100. I need to order that you have no contact with Brittany Cerna. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever, okay? And we'll see you back to court on this case on October 16th. Okay, thank you. Brandy Malley. Can I have your date of birth?
10/19/77.
Okay, you are here today for a violation of probation. There's probable cause for your arrest, and it's based on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt on September 23rd. There's no bond on that, and you're going to be held no bond until you appear back in front of Judge Merritt on October 15th at 9 a.m. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
No, ma'am. I have Jimmy Brown as my attorney.
All right, very good. Let Mr. Brown know when your court date is, okay? Michael Anderson. Can I have your date of birth, sir?
6/5/78.
Okay, you are here today for a domestic battery, and there's also a charge here. Yeah. Okay, being in actual possession of a gopher tortoise, which is a violation of Florida statute. I found probable cause for your arrest on each of these. Did you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes.
My Public Defender's Office on both of your cases. State.
Yes, Your Honor. In 2018, he has an adjudication for battery in Florida. He has a lot of out-of-state history. It looks like it's all from Minnesota. It includes a 2005 domestic assault by strangulation, a misdemeanor domestic assault, false info to police in 2006, several thefts, and then I believe driving after suspended license, fraud, and then a prison sentence in 2014, which I'm not sure when he was released from that, but and a drug charge.
Okay. Mr. Anderson, I have an address here on Westview Court in Wekiwachi. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
3 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I was a cook.
Okay. I need to order that you have no...
Restaurant.
Okay. I need to order that you have no contact with Jennifer Anderson. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email, do not go within 500 feet of her residence, employment, school, or vehicle. Don't have any social media or technological contact with her whatsoever. If you have any contact with Jennifer while this case is pending, you will be charged with another crime and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. For the domestic battery case, I'm going to set your bond at $2,500 and hold you until 4 o'clock today in case Jennifer wants to file any civil paperwork against you. With regard to the possession of a gopher tortoise, your bond is going to be $2,000. And that court date is going to be October 16th at 9 a.m. And your domestic battery is going to be October 25th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Jovan Flaherty. Can I have your date of birth?
9/13/84, Your Honor.
Okay. You are here today for a 5 counts of fraudulent use of a credit card, 1 count of grand theft, and 1 count of criminal use of personal identification. Your bond amounts look to be about $54,000 at this point. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State.
Your Honor, in 2019, May of 2019, he was adjudicated for petty theft. Also, in November of 2018, adjudicated for petty theft. In 2015, he was in DOC for battery, second or subsequent offense, including a resisting without violence. And in 2013, he has an adjudication for possession of cocaine. There was a previous DOC sentence in 2007 and some additional thefts, possessions of paraphernalia within the last 10 years. There was a robbery without a firearm that he was adjudicated of in 2009. And then some possession of cannabis and more paraphernalia and trespassing charges.
Mr. Flaherty, I don't have an address for you. Do you have an address?
Yeah, 7442. Sandalwood Ave.
How long have you lived there?
4 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
True work.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and set your bond at $10,000 each. We'll see you back to court on October 25th at 8:30 in the morning, and someone from the PD's office will reach out to you soon, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Christopher Gendron.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Can I have your date of birth?
3272.
Okay. It looks like you're here on a violation of probation for a DUI. I have read the delinquency report from probation. There were some issues with him doing probation. Where do you guys stand on this?
Recommendation is 90 days. He's out of time. He has a fine balance of 168. No DUI school, no victim impact panel, no hours.
Okay. That recommendation wasn't reflected on the delinquency report. It pretty much said the defendant issues with regard to being able to complete probation. You know anything about that?
Yeah, it was May
I'm
5th.
not asking you.
No.
Don't say
Oh, I'm
anything.
sorry.
I talked to
All right.
Mr. Story, and he was saying that he did not, he wasn't even trying to do anything. His sister called, and she paid for the DUI school, and he never showed up, so she lost her money.
I mean, the first sentence, the second sentence, the defendant has a limited understanding of the conditions of probation. Is that?
Yes, I did see that. But
Okay.
in talking to him this afternoon, he gave me the 90 days, so
Okay.
whatever
Okay,
the court
I got you.
decides will be fine.
Okay. All right. Mr. Gendron, is this something that you would like to resolve today, or would you like to speak to a lawyer about it first and come back to court another day?
I can do that. I'm having some money issues, so.
Okay. Do you want the public defender to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office. We'll get someone out there to talk to you soon. We'll have you back to court here on October 16th at 9 a.m., okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Jason Kowalski. Can I have your date of birth?
9/17/76.
You are here today for knowingly driving while your license is suspended or revoked and a violation of probation. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Sure.
I'll appoint the public defender's office in both of your cases. On the driving and suspended driver's license, we'll keep the bond at $500. We will be back to court on that case on October 16th at 9 a.m. For the violation of probation, you're going to be held no bond until you take care of that or appear in front of the judge on October 25th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Yes, I have a question, Your Honor. My license is not suspended. It was checked yesterday. It's active.
All right. That wasn't a question, but you can talk to your lawyer about that, okay?
I'm in drug court. Do I don't go to the drug court on Thursday?
They checked with drug court probation, and they have determined this route. So I don't think you're going to be invited back to drug court, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we had this guy yesterday. Raya Zachariah? Are these just new charges that we
That's what it looks like, Your Honor.
found for him? Because he wasn't released, right?
Not to my knowledge. We don't actually have a case number for it yet in the office, but no, he was in first appearance yesterday.
Somebody looks like they went back and reviewed the,
Yeah, okay, that's what it looks like to me too. Because it looks like this is from September 20th, and I think that's before he was arrested on the other charges. Was this the one that had the felony yesterday? Or is it the other one?
I don't have any history for it.
State, do you know if this was the same defendant we had yesterday who had the felony charge, or was it the one with just the misdemeanor charge? I mean, jail, do you know? Do you remember?
Yes, he has the felony
He's
charge.
the felony.
The other inmate was released to ICE, and he does have an ICE hold as well.
Okay. That's where I would like him to go. But, so I gave him bonds on the ones that he had yesterday. And if we want him to go to ICE, I think you can just go to the circuit judge and get those RORs so he can get deported. But I'm going to do ROR here so this doesn't hold him up. And we'll set him for a court date on October 16th at 9 a.m. and appoint the public defender's office. We'll see you back to court in a couple weeks, okay? Did I get everyone at the jail?
The jail's not releasing him because of the ICE
Yes,
and
Your
because of the
Right.
bond on the charge for yesterday.
Yeah. Thank you.
yeah.
The felony.